What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video here on Muddy Beard's 4x4. It's a little loud. My engine is on and my cooling fan is running. But today I'm going to be giving a long-term review of the Harbor Freight APEX winch. And as you can see right now, unlike my first video, this thing is actually very stuck. This trail is absolutely out of control. So nobody can say that I didn't actually test this winch. I'm gonna give a review and a couple other things I'm gonna show you on the winch that happened over the last year, so stick around. Well guys, I made it back from Reeder Foothills ORV Park. Had an awesome time. We did 10 hours of straight four-wheeling. We did a ton of winching. I think I used this winch like 7 times that day on me and on other people. It was absolutely insane, the amount of winching and the amount of trails and stuff that we covered in that 10 hours. If you want to see some of that, you can make sure you check out Dirt Lifestyle. You can see the TJ over there in that. So the time has finally come for me to do a long-term review of this Harbor Freight Badland APEX 12K winch. A lot of you guys have been wanting this for a while. I get a lot of comments on Instagram and social media and on our YouTube comments. How do you like the winch? How do you like the winch? Over and over and over again. And I finally feel like I've used it long enough and in enough situations that I feel comfortable giving an honest, truthful, and complete review of the winch. In 100% transparency, Harbor Freight did send me this winch for free a year ago. No strings attached besides making that first video and giving my honest opinion of how the winch is. I was one of the first people that they sent it out to, and to be honest, guys, in that first video, a lot of you guys called me out on it, and you were 100% correct. I absolutely was not stuck. That was a terrible attempt at me trying to get a shot of using the winch to get that video out. So over the last year, I have absolutely put this thing through the paces. And I am 100% confident in giving you a real honest review, having used it an absolute astronomical amount. I've used it so much. Like I said, 7 times just last weekend. The weekend before that, I used it 4 times. 2 weeks before that, I used it 6 times. I'm using it almost every weekend, and I can honestly give you a real opinion on it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the things that I absolutely love about this winch. Number one being this handle. The handle is absolutely huge. It's chunky, it's beefy, and it's super smooth. It works amazing every time. I've had no issues with it. Even people who use the winch for me, when they're unspooling it, they comment, hey, this thing is really awesome. I love this handle. I love the free spool. It's really smooth. The handle and the free spool, way better than any of the other winches that I've ever owned. Next up is this wireless controller. It is magnetized here. You can stick it on anywhere. And the wireless switch on the side of it, I actually just leave it on. I never turn it off. It doesn't drain any battery. It doesn't hurt anything. And all I gotta do inside the cab, hold this button down for 3 seconds, and that light will turn on and it's ready to go. It works right now. There we go. Works every time. You turn it on and it just works. And that's what I really like about this. The battery in this has lasted the whole year and has not died. I've never had to change it out. And it does come with a cable, so if the battery dies when you're halfway through doing a pull or something, you can just hook up the cable to it like a regular Joe Schmo who's not as cool as you because you have this, and just winch out using that. The other thing that I absolutely love about this is the hook on this thing. This thing is absolutely beefy. Every time anybody pulls on this thing or hooks something up for me, every person has literally commented on this hook. It is super beefy, works amazing, and I love it.
Ooh, that's leaning. That's better.
We also got our rope cover here. So when you put it up on rocks and stuff, you want to put this protective sleeve on it so it doesn't rub the rope on that rock. Always make sure that I try and slide this so it's on any contact point where the cable or rope is going to be touching anything, a log, a rock, anything like that. That's going to help protect and save this rope. I've been absolutely blown away with the power that this thing has. I've had no issue with it being underpowered at all. You turn it on and it works. And that's really all that I care about. I have had 2 Smittybilt winches. I've had a Warren winch. I've had a Warren 8274. And to be 100% honest, I like this better than all of those. Okay, so let's move over to the bench, talk about braking stuff. Okay, sorry about the mess. Just got finished up doing gears for my buddy's drag racing truck. So this is my old winch plate. This is a Smittybilt winch plate. I think I bought it probably 8 or 9 years ago, and I think it was about $100. But this plate is supposed to be totally flat. So this winch, like 3 trips ago, I was really stuck. It bent this plate. So as you can see, it's about 10 degrees off of being flat, and it is reinforced on the sides, and on the bottom it has reinforcement plates down here, which it worked really well for a long time with the 8K, 9K winches, but that 12K is just too powerful for this here Smittybilt winch plate. Okay, this thing got bent, and when this thing bent, it actually twisted that winch, the mount, a little bit, and so the top piece that houses the electronics and all of that actually cracked. So when I say, did I break the winch? Yes and no. The winch still operated 100% perfectly, no issues. I actually used it 3 times after the whole top piece cracked, and it works fine, but you know, it is broken. And is it the winch's fault? Absolutely not. It is this piece right here failed. So here's that crack right here. And like I said, it's just basically cosmetic. All the electronics are inside here, and it doesn't affect it at all. Still operates perfectly, but you know, I still want to get a new one. So let's talk about how I'm going to fix this. A lot of you might not know that this winch has replaceable parts on it, like this piece right here. You can go to the Harbor Freight website. Under the Badland APEX winch, down at the bottom, there's going to be a parts list and a phone number. You can't order them online yet. They're still working on that, but you can call that phone number and order the parts that you need to fix your winch. So this comes with all the electronics already inside of it. It comes with a new winch controller and cable, which I don't really need. They do work fine still, but this whole unit comes with those 2 parts. And the main power cable that goes all the way to your battery. So I'm going to go ahead and take this part off, and we'll swap it out. There we go. That's easier. And that's it. Now another thing that I'm going to address now that I have it down to here is it's no longer flat. The mounting surfaces on both sides are no longer flat. Probably have to pull this lever off, pull these covers off the ends here with these torques. I'm going to start tearing it down to get it where I can loosen it up, get it flat again, and then tighten everything back down where it's flat. So these bolts right here, these Torx are the ones that I'm looking for. So I need to loosen up all 4 of these, and it should set back down flat, and I'll probably put some blue Loctite on them just so they don't loosen up. Since I have this apart, guys, I'm just going to show you what the inside of this looks like. We got planetary gear set there, all metal. Internally here, we got another planetary gear set, all metal. Oh, all the little pieces coming out here. All metal gears, everything is metal and is well lubricated and has lots of grease on it. Still in there after almost a year of use. This is what the inside looks like. And there's the drum, another planetary. Everything looks really good. Okay guys, so I'm noticing that when I'm tightening down this top piece, the bottom is kind of flaring out a little bit where it bolts to the winch mount or the bumper. So what I'm going to do is I have this side tightened down, Loctited. I was going to tighten this side down. I just basically hand tightened them so they're snug. What I'm going to do is wait until I have it bolted to the bumper. So this bottom part is square on the bumper and bolted down, and then I'm going to bolt this top piece down, actually fully tighten it, so I know that it's going to be straight up and down. Okay, nice and tight. So I did come up with a little bit of an idea when putting this back on, so this hopefully doesn't happen again. If by chance I bend or twist my winch mount that I just made, I really seriously doubt it, but I'm going to put these little tiny rubber washers down in between this cover. It's going to be right here and right here. And so my hope is that if there's any kind of twisting motion, even a little bit, this will take up a little bit of that twisting motion and it won't crack this top cover. You know, it's just an idea. I don't know if it will help or not, but it's not going to hurt anything to put these on here. So on these screws with these rubber washers, I'm going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on it so I don't have to tighten it down quite so tight, and it shouldn't back out. That if this ever happens again, it will give it just that tiny, tiny little bit of flex. I know it won't be much, but it might be enough to help save it from breaking again if I break my bumper again. Well, there you go, guys. That is my review of this winch. I absolutely love it. I have zero bad things to say about it. Not because they told me I couldn't say bad things about it, but because I actually don't have bad things to say about it. The only thing that I can think of that would be cool is maybe like some LED lighting in here. But that is really about it that I can think of. Absolutely love it. This winch price has actually come down $200. It was like $7.99 when I made that first video. It's now $5.99, which is a smoking deal on a winch. That has worked out great for me. For all you safety buffs, it does have this strap that you can hook onto the hook to keep your fingers away from this area right here, if you guys choose to use that. Right here it says use the strap, and here it says use the strap. And also a lot of you guys comment about winch dampeners or blankets or whatever. I do have one, and when I had the steel cable, I used it 100% every time. I've seen videos of these snapping where they just fall to the ground and do nothing, and it totally depends on the situation and how it's set up. And I've seen videos where they snap and they actually have energy and move. So yes, this would be a smart choice to use. And again, it is there. And those of you safety people out there in the comments, I do have it. And you're going to now just say, you have it, why don't you use it? But maybe I'll start using it more. Who knows? There's my safety briefing right there. Now, if you guys aren't subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot of cool big projects, secret projects coming up on the Jeep here. I have not announced yet. Make sure you check out the links in the description. It's got a website. You can buy shirts, stickers, stuff like that. We've got some sponsors, discount codes for you guys. And if you guys are interested, the ratchet set that I'm using in this video was MotiveX Tools 3/8 ratchet set. There is a link on our website in the description where you can get 10% off anything, even sale items on their website. Make sure you check that out as well. Until next time, we'll see you on the trail.